Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me and allowing me to continue to be your daily advocate. If you're new here or you're not subscribed for any reason, please do me a huge favor and hit the subscribe button. Thank you to all of you who have been watching and following me for so long. It truly means a lot, and I'm glad that I can be this person.
It's been close to a year since we've had any really exciting price action for XRP, but that's par for the course. Most of what it is to be in crypto means a lot of sideways trading with a lot of down action, and the really exciting times are few and far between, so it's okay. It's unfortunately the case that the typical retail speculator does get a little bit impatient and then exits positions a little bit prematurely. Now, mind you, I'm not telling you to buy or sell or hold anything. You do whatever you want. I'm just sharing my my personal opinion on this topic, but I want to share with you some thoughts. Because look, I do believe that even small amounts of XRP may be life-changing in the future. It's certainly possible, and I'm going to share with you my rationale for thinking that, but I'm talking like even holding a few thousand XRP might be truly life-changing given an appropriate time horizon. Things don't exactly happen overnight, but there's an interesting concept out there. Many of you may have thought about this before, but there may be somebody out there that has like way more XRP than you hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 times more than you. You could end up profiting potentially more than them if you hold longer, and also if XRP continues to get adopted and price continues to go up. So there's a lot of ifs, so I'm not pretending that there's no risk associated with this, but it is the case that some people that have a lot more XRP than you might not end up making as much depending on the price points in which they sell, which is perfectly fine. But it's an interesting thought. Now, in this video, I'm going to share with you some thoughts from Ripple CTO David Schwartz, who of course is also a co-creator of XRP and the XRP Ledger. Now, he and pretty much any current Ripple employee, none of them talk about price these days, but they used to share some thoughts about potential for XRP in terms of price action until a lot more people joined the space and they're under a lot more scrutiny. But if you go back about 5 years, yeah, there were now and then Ripple employees, including David Schwartz, that were willing to talk about this. And I want to share with you some of his comments. Some of you may have seen them in the past, haven't talked about it in a really long time, but it'll get you an idea of just like even where David Schwartz, one of the creators of XRP, where he thinks potentially this all could go. But before going any further, I do want to be clear. I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. Worth mentioning real quick, XRP was at number 8 in market cap, having recently dropped from 6 down to 7, and then ultimately down to 8. But it is back up at 7, at least at the time that I'm recording this. Not that it's particularly going to matter in terms of long-term viability of XRP, but I don't mind seeing it one little spot higher. Now, take a look at this. This is Reddit, my friends. There's a question posed on Reddit 5 years ago, which reads as follows. Mathematically speaking, what is the highest price Ripple could potentially get to? Now, let's pause to note, when they said Ripple, they actually meant XRP. And actually, if you go back far enough, XRP actually was known as Ripple, even by people at Ripple. No kidding. In fact, proof is on your screen right here. I'm going to share with you a post from David Schwartz. He posted this on, where's the date? Come back. I think it was June 22nd of 2017. There we go. Yeah, June 22nd, 2017. So coming up on 5 years since he posted this. And when he wrote Ripple in this post, he actually meant XRP. And I think it's kind of funny because Ripple's fighting so hard, and understandably so, to get away from that type of confusion. But, it's inexcusable today to conflate the two. But back then, 5 years ago, it was different. So I'm going to read it just as he wrote it, but just know when he says Ripple, he actually is talking about XRP. And it's actually even more funny than that because Ripple used to mean all sorts of different things. Like, Ripple didn't even always mean XRP. It meant all sorts of different things, especially in the earlier years of Ripple existing, which used to be known as OpenCoin and also as NewCoin. So it starts to get a little convoluted, but it is what it is. It's just part of the history that gives it its charm or some such thing. But here's what David Schwartz wrote. In response to this, again, the question, what's the highest price Ripple could potentially get to? Meaning, again, of course, XRP. And David Schwartz wrote the following. It all depends how big you want to dream. What if Ripple captures Bitcoin's current market share? $2. So let's pause. He's saying, if XRP caught up to Bitcoin's market cap, it would be $2. Now, that number is actually a little bit off, and I'm assuming based on when he wrote that he is talking about market cap. Take a look at this historical snapshot from coinmarketcap.com. This is the closest date to June 22nd I could find on the website. So this is June 18th of that year, 2017. You can see Bitcoin was $2,548 at the time. Oh my God. You kind of killed it by one whole Bitcoin for just that price. Jeez. There you go, $2,548. And that gave Bitcoin a market cap of $41.7 billion. Think about that. And so he said if XRP matches that, $2. Now, funny enough, at the time I'm recording this, XRP is basically at that number, just about. It's at 40.3 billion. So in terms of market cap, right about where Bitcoin was 5 years ago. Think about that. And it's at 83 cents, so not $2, but still, it actually did catch up to Bitcoin's market cap. And I still think you're going to see this again. I'm going to flesh out my ideas on why, but Bitcoin's market cap now $874 billion. Do you think XRP is not going to reach that one day? Which means Bitcoin, if it's going to maintain its lead, maybe it'll be a multi-trillion-dollar asset at that time. Fine. I just want to get mine. I don't care. But I do think something like that is possible. Anyway, let me continue with what David Schwartz had to say here, though. What if Ripple captures the value of all high-friction international payments that are now occurring? $20. And then he writes in parentheses, you could add a multiplier to this for additional demand from people holding XRP to make or facilitate the payments in the future. In parentheses. So I'll just pause and note this. I do think, I've been saying this forever, utility matters and will win the day. It just doesn't sufficiently matter today in 2022 because the market's still immature, even almost 5 years after he wrote this. So as far as utility leading to that $20 price, look, that price, I do believe, and I'm not making an actual price prediction, but I do think it's plausible to suspect that you could hit that $20 mark just on pure speculation. Because the whole market's moving in tandem. Like, the idea of XRP, perhaps even this market cycle getting up there, it's not absurd. Even for this market cycle, roughly that price range, not completely absurd. Now, in a world where utility matters, well, yeah, then you're going to have more money poured into XRP than other cryptos. There's over 18,000 cryptos, and most of them will go extinct. They'll go the way of the dodo, my favorite extinct avian creature. And then he also wrote the following. What if Ripple captures the value of an increasing volume of international payments driven by the reduction in friction? Maybe $120. And then in parentheses, he also wrote, same point as above. You could justify a multiplier to this. So look, the idea of XRP hitting $120, it's not like he's not making an actual prediction, and he didn't put a timeline on this, but he's saying the idea of XRP hitting $120 at some point in the future is plausible. But even more, eye-popping than that is this concept that he said you could even put a multiplier on it. So what's that, a two-fold increase, a three-fold increase, four-fold increase? I mean, you're talking about XRP having a market cap in the trillions at that point. But I've said for the longest time, there will be assets, crypto assets, that do have individually multi-trillion-dollar market caps. We're gonna get there. And I was calling for Bitcoin and individual cryptocurrencies to hit, over $1 trillion in market cap. We did see that with Bitcoin. So it's just a matter of time. We have to wait patiently, but it's coming. And then he also wrote the following. What if the economy triples in size, the volume of international payments increases, Ripple captures all of that, and people also use Ripple for all kinds of other things because it either displaces Bitcoin or equals in size a Bitcoin that's many times its current size. And we also expand the economy to other planets that also use XRP. And ... As for how likely these scenarios are, though, who can say? Ripple equaling Bitcoin's current market cap sometime in the near future doesn't seem any more outrageous to me now than the idea of a Bitcoin selling for over $1,000 seemed to me in 2012. So that's his comment. Those are his comments. It kind of brings home this idea of just how early we are in this process. So think about this. Bitcoin's current price is about $46,000. $46,000 with a market cap of roughly $884 billion. If XRP matches that market cap at some point in the future, one XRP, will be worth about $18. So it'll be interesting to see what if Bitcoin does run much higher this market cycle before plummeting back down. The idea, the higher Bitcoin goes, the more likely it is that this market cycle, XRP might touch something like that. And it would be short-lived. If you're talking about that being the peak price for this market cycle for XRP, yeah, it's going to be pretty short. Just like when XRP hit almost $4, it wasn't up there for that long. but it did get there. And look, it's possible that XRP may be worth hundreds of dollars each in the future. And, if XRP is worth $120, that's a market cap of roughly $5.7 trillion, which, by the way, is less than half of gold's market cap of about $12.2 trillion. And by the way, gold's probably going to keep going up too. But look, XRP would need to be $250 each to match the current market cap of gold. And again, like as David Schwartz highlighted here, maybe $120 and then add a multiplier. Even if you just add a 2x multiplier, you're already about there. And you know what that means? If you have 2,000 XRP, if you have just 2,000 XRP at that price, that's worth $500,000. So you're talking about an investment initially investing at today, less than $2,000 turning into $500,000. And again, none of this is guaranteed, and then the longer you hold, the longer you have that exposure to that risk. It's not going to happen all at once, but it is worth knowing that even though most of what it is to trade to be in crypto is to trade sideways, when you get these big pops, like they can really be gigantic. And so I'm not making a prediction, and in order for XRP to actually reach those levels, which I don't think those levels are insane, I think it might happen, that could be possible. You need to have a sufficiently mature crypto market, and you need real-world adoption to actually continue, I think, because at some point that's actually going to matter. It doesn't today to retail speculators, but it's going to. So there's way more money on the planet that is necessary to make XRP hit those price levels if it's actually going to continue to be adopted. And most money, mind you, there's a ton of money in altcoins as a whole. What happens when the market matures and people no longer want to invest in crap coins that do nothing? All of that money that would have gone into the smaller crap coins, those coins won't exist. They're going to go into the good projects. That much more money. You could have a rush of money after a crash once there's a rebound of just flowing back in to like XRP, and Bitcoin's going to stick around. Maybe it's Ethereum. I don't know who the winners will be for sure. But yes. Now, accumulating life-changing wealth in crypto takes a long time. Until suddenly it doesn't. And so what I mean by that is, yes, most of what it is to hold crypto is just sideways trading, like I said, with a lot of down action. And there are periods of years where nothing incredible happens. Think of it, and that is true for you literally, and a lot of it's going to be a bear market, but nothing exciting happens for long periods of time. But when crypto markets get hot, they really move, and this is in particular true of XRP. When it moves, it moves. And it's in those moments when what once seemed impossible actually happens, and prices rocket into the stratosphere. Now, those moves historically happen very fast. And in the meantime, the ranges XRP is traded in historically have changed. For the first 4 years or so that XRP was traded, so the first 4 years of its existence, it was trading regularly by like fractions of a penny. Like absolutely fractions of a penny. In fact, the range for the first several years of XRP trading was from about half a penny, sometimes it could be a little bit lower than that, but about half a penny to as high as 6 cents. That's it. So most of the trading, it was within fractions of a penny. But we have way more sway than that now, don't we? In fact, so over the last several years, XRP is traded within a range of 11 cents to almost $4. Live Coin Watch has the all-time high at $3.92. So 11 cents to $3.92, with most of that trading being in, how volatile is it? Look over a day or two, what would you typically see among the more volatile times? 10 cents here, 20 cents, whatever. So within a range of tens of cents, effectively. That's what we've seen over the last several years. Well, that's way more than over the first 4 years. There's way more activity. There's way more people speculating. So think about, what does that extrapolate that concept to the future? What does that mean? Well, in the future, I suspect that XRP may trade in the range of tens of dollars in short periods of time. There's going to be way more, like the fact of it just swaying up to and down to, it's going to be nothing. And the same thing happened for Bitcoin too. The fact that it can trade in a day, thousands and thousands of dollars up or down, well, that's more than what the entire market cap of Bitcoin was when David Schwartz wrote this 5 years ago. Way bigger than what I didn't mean market cap, the price of Bitcoin in June of 2017. It was at $2,500. Now it sways by more than that in a day, sometimes a lot more than that. And so the same thing is going to happen with XRP, and that's why I'm saying, even if you don't have a ton of XRP, if we're right, and it's an if, and there is risk associated with this, I'm not pretending they're not, but if we're right about this, and XRP is truly going to have long-term viability, then it's just a question of how long do you need to hold to get the true payoff. And what got me thinking about this, and I shared this site yesterday, this is the new XRP rich list, and I was just looking like, what does it take to be in the top 10% of XRP holders? You just have to have 2,020 XRP, which is what's on your screen right here. That's it. Top 10%, and way less than 1% of humans on the planet have ever held XRP at any point in time. So if we're right, and this is going to get adopted, I'm not kidding, it's not going to take much. Now, the timeline for this might be relatively long, whatever that subjectively means for you. Maybe it's 5 years, maybe it's 10 years, maybe it's more. I don't know. I don't pretend to know. I'm just saying that this is possible, perhaps. Like, to me, this is reasonable. So we'll see. We'll see. There's a reason that I've been so excited about this, and though I love running this YouTube channel, Moonlambo, with a silly-ass name, and I've been doing it for over 3 years, I get it, and I feel like, I know you listening get all this. The typical person just doesn't. It's like, I feel like I'm just trying to scream it from the rooftops, and, like, we get it in our community. Like, we do understand the potential, but so many people, they're only going to get it after the fact, and it's going to look obvious in hindsight, but you know, once those moves have happened, that's when there's not going to be that much opportunity. Eventually, holding XRP, it's going to be as boring as holding gold. It's not going to be that volatile. Crypto won't be that volatile in a mature asset class. It'll look more like that, or just commodities. Pick your stocks and stocks in general. It's going to look more like that. But the markets are just so illiquid that, man, the sways you get because there's so little money in crypto and because there's a frenzy around it. It's incredible, and then factor in on top of that, you get 24/7 trading. There, we're not just buying and selling during business hours, friends. So it's like the cycles are much faster as a result of that. People are able to work this out faster than they otherwise would if they were limited. Just like the stock market trading during business hours and such.
So enjoy your day, everybody. I'm always here for you. Leave any comments or questions below, and be sure to subscribe. But thanks, everybody. I really appreciate you. Enjoy your day, and I always have your back. So thanks so much, everybody.